Canada is known as one of the safest countries in the world, but behind quiet towns, forests, and city streets are cold cases that were never solved, people who vanished, crimes with no suspects, and questions that still don't have answers. Tonight, we're looking at 5 unsolved Canadian cold cases that will haunt you long after this video ends. These cases span decades and provinces. Some involve missing children, others involve people who seem to disappear into thin air, and in every case, someone out there knows what really happened. In August of 1981, in rural Caledon, Ontario, 14-year-old Eric Larsfolk left his farmhouse on his red bicycle. He was heading to visit 15-year-old John McCormick Jr. Eric's father watched him ride away. Eric never came home. Later that night, police found John's car abandoned near a gravel pit. The engine was still warm, but there was no sign of either boy. Search teams combed the surrounding forest for days. No footprints, no evidence, no bodies. More than 40 years later, no one knows what happened to Eric and John. 2 teenagers vanished into the woods and were never seen again. In 1967, 14-year-old Sylvia Klayh was at her family's cabin near Brereton Lake, Manitoba. After a brief argument with her father, Sylvia ran into the forest. She left behind her clothes, her money, everything. She was last seen wearing a bright orange and beige jacket. Massive searches found nothing. For years, police believed she ran away. But as time passed, investigators quietly changed the case status to suspected homicide. No remains have ever been found, and Sylvia never contacted anyone again. More than half a century later, the forest where she disappeared still holds its secret. In August of 2000, a woman climbed onto the Arthur Lang Bridge in Vancouver and jumped. She had no ID, no wallet, no phone. The only item on her was a torn page from a phone book. Investigators believe she had recently left an abusive relationship and had been staying in shelters. Despite public sketches and media coverage, no one ever came forward to identify her. She became known only as Vancouver Jane Doe. A woman with a past, fears, and a story that remains completely unknown. In 1999, 26-year-old Dana Zelic went to sleep in her mother's Hamilton apartment. When morning came, Dana was gone. Her glasses were still inside, her money, her medication. Weeks later, a photo surfaced showing a woman who looked exactly like Dana at a public march after she had already disappeared. Then came reports of phone calls, possible sightings, but none were ever confirmed. Dana has never been found, and police still don't know if she left on her own, or if something far darker happened. In 1984, children playing near the Seine River in Winnipeg made a horrifying discovery: the body of a baby boy buried in a shallow grave. He was about 1 month old. He had no name. Police called him Baby Innocence. The only clue was a blue-striped sweater found near his body. Despite decades of investigation, no one has ever identified him or his parents. To this day, Baby Innocence remains one of Canada's most heartbreaking cold cases. These cases remain unsolved, not because they don't matter, but because time passed and answers never came. Someone out there knows what happened. Someone remembers something. And until the truth comes out, these stories will continue to haunt Canada's history. If you know anything about these cases, contact authorities or Crime Stoppers. And if you want more cold cases covered, subscribe and leave a comment. Because some mysteries refuse to stay buried.